All right, changing a chain on the X1, which is something you'll have to do only really if something goes wrong. Chains will usually last for a year of running, but if you've not lubed it properly or sometimes had a really bad downshift, or especially if a test driver or someone new to the car has driven it and done something pretty wrong, you might stretch a chain or for some reason have to replace one. So it's not too hard, it's not super easy, but we'll cover the procedure here. So basically the chain can't be broken, it's permanently riveted together. So you have to get it off the rear shaft, which means this left rear drive shaft has to come out. Then you need to remove the front sprocket cover. You won't be able to get this thing out without doing that. First job, remove this gear lever linkage. This bolt has to come right out because this shaft is grooved, meaning the bolt retains the thing on there. This is already loose for this video, but basically you'll use a big shifter to undo this gear cable lock nut. Pull that out of the way, hop that up there. Then you've got 4 bolts in this case. Some of these you won't be able to get out, they've got to come out with the case. Gear linkage bracket. Now this case will just pop off, it's on a couple of dowel pins. That will lift up, that bolt stays in. So when you're putting this back on, you probably won't remember, but try to put that in first, otherwise you will not get that lower bolt back in. But basically with that off, we can loosen the chain tensioner. And then we can back off the actual tensioner. So we'll just give this a big chunk of undoing, which will take a heap of tension off the chain. And now essentially we'll remove the rear sprocket and try and hop that off the side of the sprocket carrier. So undoing these bolts, you can come into each one, and this car's not completely assembled, so some are missing, but you essentially have to come at them one at a time. Rotate the rear end a bit. So you can come at these with a rattle gun if you're in a hurry at the track. But basically you'll get these out one at a time through this, the top of this sort of triangle here. Take all 6 of those out. These will be red Loctited too, so they won't spin out quite as easily as what I'm doing here, but long extension or something. And in the rear sprocket, it's extremely tight, but it will pop off this spigot there. Once that pops off, you can kind of remove the chain. You can either take this out the bottom, or you can, you know, work out how to get it out of the thing. And essentially then, and see the chain, it's also tight. The chain doesn't really want to quite fit through there either. So get it off the front sprocket, get it off the idler sprocket, get it all loose, and then jiggle it one way or another. There is a spot like that. It might frustrate you, but there is a spot. Chain comes out. And repeat for the new chain in. So the only bit we probably would be worth showing is putting a new chain in. So again, you've got to try and sort of work out your, well, there we go. So see, that's a good way to get it in. You can hang that there. You may be doing a rear sprocket at the same time, depending on if it's been damaged. Work out a way to get that in there. And then everything's got to sort of happen at once. So just like how we pulled it off, actually I've probably gone a bit soon. You might try and get the front sprocket on first. Make sure it's over the idler sprocket. Then you can come in here, hook this on, and hop it up onto that sprocket carrier central spigot, which you won't be able to do very easily if you haven't removed enough tension. So if you're fighting with it too much, just make sure this is backed right out. You can even remove this idler sprocket entirely, which makes it even easier. But basically there's that back on. And then reinstall. Sprocket bolts absolutely must be red Loctited or high strength Loctited, depending on what Loctite you're using. These are prone to vibrating loose, just like they are on motorbikes and carts and all sorts of stuff. So red Loctite on each of them, get them all in one by one and tighten them up. And you can tighten them if the thing's trying to spin. As you're torquing this clockwise, the sprocket carrier will try and rotate clockwise, but the tool will hit this bar. You can use that if you want to do it that way, and I do. You can use this bar to stop the rotation and torque that against the bar, move to the next one, torque against the bar and so forth. Then tension the chain back up, put your front sprocket housing, cover housing back on, reinstall the CV shaft, tighten up the upright. Same procedure as we did for undoing, but that's a chain change. But the reason it's got to be explained is because you don't want to start pulling apart this rear end thinking, how do I get the chain out? It does come out, it's just tight, and you've got to just move a few of the correct things and it'll come out the side there.